Hello, my name is Mr. Dipwash, and today I'll be bringing you some Minecraft on the Xbox. I am starting a world on. I'll talk normally. I'm starting a new map called Mr. Dipwas, with the seed as Mr. Dipwas, and yeah, I thought I'd give it a little go, see what comes up on it, see how it is really, and. I started it, but then I didn't save it because the video that I recorded went on for 20 minutes, and I ain't going to be able to post that. So I thought I'd do it this way, give it a little go, see what happens and that lot, and go from there, basically. But yeah, so I'm underwater. I'm going to drown, I'm dead. Am I going to make it? Yeah, I'll make it. Why am I... The whole map is underwater. Are you serious? Like, what? Literally, the whole map is underwater, guys. What? This is awesome. I don't know how I'm going to survive. I need food. Ah, there's a bit of island. Yes! Yes, we can survive! I can survive! Oh god, that's scary. Fuck you, squid! Yeah! But yeah, so yeah guys, this is one of my very first videos on this channel. I've gone under the name of Mr. Dipwas. It's a long story. If you want to know, then I'm pretty sure somewhere along the line in these videos I'll do a Q&A. But yeah, I thought I'd just give this a little go, see what happens and that lot. Basically, just something to do in my spare time, you know, like throughout my hobbies and that lot. Just, you know, just something else to do in the spare time, you know, like... get to know a community of, like, you know, of followers that I can gain, and you know, just enjoy the game more, you know, like actually have something about it, if you know what I mean, like, you know, actually enjoy something for once, you know, when it comes down to gaming. It's not just about, you know, getting a good kill streak on Call of Duty or nothing like that. It's more about that. It's more than just that, I should say. I mean, it's more to do with, like, you know, actually building like an army of you, or I say army as if I'm going to start a cult. I mean just like, you know, a group of subscribers, a group of followers, if you would, and yeah, just, you know, something else to go along with gaming and that lot. Because I mean, to be honest, gaming has gone a lot more globally since I was a kid, you know, and I'll be completely honest with you all, when I was younger, gaming was something you'd do if, you know, if you were young and had nothing else to do, sort of thing. Not when you're like, if you was to game when you were 13, say, you'll be considered a nerd, as where now you get 30-year-olds sitting at home playing Call of Duty, and it's like, it's changed so much since my generation, you know. And I think it's good that gaming's finally got like a good name for itself, because back when I was a youngster, as I said, when people hear, oh, what, you play games, you play Pokemon on the Game Boy or something, you know, it was like, you're a nerd, you're a geek, you're a nerd, sort of thing. And you know, now people are, especially with young teenage girls, they like to think that because they wear a t-shirt that says geek or something, and they have glasses on, which, you know, they think they're a nerd. You know, it's like, you're not a nerd. I don't even know what the definition of the word nerd is, to be quite fair. But I know it's not you, basically, you know. And it's in some aspects, it's good that, you know, the gaming community has got a lot more bigger in some aspects, you know. Like, in some aspects, I'm happy. I'm saying, you know, I'm overjoyed that people can now actually sit there and game when they want for however long they want. You know, you haven't got to be like, you haven't been classed as anything, you haven't been labelled as such. And you know, I think that's the main point which I'm trying to get across with most people. You know, people think about it, and I mean, still to this day I get called a nerd and that lot, because I'm because I'm like, you know, I'm 20 years old and I sit there and I'm playing games, and you know, people still look at me today and think, wow, you have no life, go and get a job, sort of thing. The problem is I live in England, and finding jobs is ridiculously hard. It is impossible for any teenager or young adult to find a job at this sort of time period, you know. There is literally nothing out there for anybody. And I think that's what most of, like, I don't want to say old, like, people, but like the older generation, you know, I think that's something that the older generation don't really know, like they're not like aware of, sort of thing. I'm evicting you. This is my house now. I have grass, not that kind of grass, man. But yeah, getting back on track. I think, to be honest, like, a lot of people are like, you know, oh, well, blah blah blah, you're a nerd because you like to sit indoors all day playing the Xbox. Well, the thing is I don't sit indoors all day playing Xbox. I go out, I do things with friends and that lot. I go visit people, you know, everything that normal people do. You know, I'm there, I'm doing that. I'm not the sort of person which is going to be like, you know what, I'm going out today, I'm going to go home for about this time, I'm going to sit there on my Xbox all night long, I'm not going to care what anybody has to say to me, sort of thing, you know. It's not, it's more than that, you know. It's a lot more than just wanting to be a gamer as such, you know. People think about it and they're like, oh, well, you know, surely you could be doing something else with your life. And you know what I say, yeah, I could be. But to be honest, I'm still a kid at heart. I'm always going to be a kid at heart. And until the day I die, I'm going to want to play a game, whether it be on the console or the PC, you know. Or scratch that whole thing, even if it's a board game like Monopoly, you know. Everybody likes to play a game in their life, you know. You've got adults and elderly people now playing on the Nintendo DS. I think it is incredible that the gaming community has got so far out now from, you know, I mean, my first console was the Sega Mega Drive, you know. Everything is changing around us, and I think that's something that some people don't really get the concept of, you know. Nothing's going to stay the same forever, you know. Change happens, whether people like it or not, and in some aspects, you know, it's a bit like, you know, I don't know how to put it, it's a bit like, I really don't know how to put it, to be honest. I'm completely like getting ahead of myself here, but it's what I'm trying to get across is it's amazing, you know, how people can go years upon years of thinking if you hold a console or hold a handheld console or you play on a console or your PC and that lot, you are classed as a nerd. And now everybody's doing it, you know. I mean, everybody. I don't know one person which can't sit there and say, oh yeah, I play this game. You know, family members, I've got nieces and nephews, they sit there and they play their games when they finish school, you know, whether it be on the iPod or an iPad or something, you know. It's fascinating. But yeah, I've got a bit off track here, guys, but I'm going to have to end the video here for the day. There will be plenty more videos to come. If you like the video or you've got some comments that you'd like to like share or say, just let me know in the comments or whatever, you know, like send me a message. But if you could, make sure you subscribe to let me know what's going on in the community and that lot. Let's see if we can get our own community up and running. And yeah, but I've got a question for all of you. I want to know what your first console was. Whether you're 80 years old or whether you're 18 years old, you know. I just want to know what consoles you lot had, just so that we can get like a sort of rough idea of like what community we've got, whether we're into like all of the graphics games now, like, you know, with Far Cry and that lot, how detailed they are, or whether you're still into like playing Super Mario, you know. Let me know in the comments down below, guys. My name is Mr. Dipoise, and as always, you know, keep it real, I guess. I haven't really thought of an outro, but yeah.